Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series, and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans. The Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series is back here on Monday night, and the countdown is on. We're here at the Milwaukee Mile, and that means there's only a couple more races left in the regular season. And, well, when you talk about the regular season, it's Milwaukee tonight, and then next week when we head to Bristol for something a little bit different that we've never seen before with the Red Light Racing Scrambler Series. That's right, we're headed to Bristol Dirt next week. 2 50-lap feature events, which is times 2, because, well, the winner of race 1 and the winner of race number 2 will get themselves in. But first, we have to get through this historic track right here at the Wisconsin Fairgrounds. Well, the Milwaukee Mile, one of the most historic tracks in all of racing. It's hosted the NTT IndyCar Series, Indy Lights, NASCAR Gander Outdoor Truck Series. The Xfinity Series has been here, the ASA Midwest Tour, and, well, the ARCA Menard Series returned just last year in 2021 in the real-life side of things, but now it's all about tonight. These drivers that get their ARCA cars here on the iRacing.com platform, they're going to get ready to go racing here tonight. There's your starting lineup. Let's head down there trackside here tonight to get our starting lineup, which is brought to us by our friends over at SimBox. You need a SimBox button box, race fans. Head on over to Facebook.com/SimBoxPC and get your custom button box made for your sim rig today. You dream it, they build it. SimBox. This is your starting lineup. Starting here tonight on the front row, hailing from north of the border, driving car number 42, Max Terrell with a blistering time of 30.514. He'll set the fast time tonight. To his outside, driving the Slim Jim number 86 here tonight. He goes by the name of James Skelton. Behind them, in car number 2, the flames on the hood here tonight, is Fireball Whiskey Night for Michael Trevarthen. He'll go 3rd. Tim Combs, the golfer of the Mopar, number 17, he'll go 4th, while Chris Hammett, starting back there in the 6th car, he'll go from P number 5. Starting back into P number 6 here tonight, driving the number 24, that's Zach Mitchell. Tim Blum's got the Classics Hot Sauce entry here tonight. He'll go 7th. And how about Sean Single? He's got a co-pilot here tonight. We're talking about that a little bit later on. And he'll start into the 8th spot. 9th, we'll go to the 4, Jeffrey Souza. Rob Higgins in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40 will go 10th. Rex Oil in car 54 will go 11th. Joe Strano out of Wisconsin, a hometown race here tonight for him. He'll go back there into the 12th spot. 13th here tonight, Richard Murdoch out of South Carolina. The Turbo Dork Radical Paints, number 98 of Rhino Donnie will go 14th here tonight. Tony Strano is in 15th. Wells in the car number 64 will go 16th. Ethan Troutman out of Tennessee, driving the number 62, will go 17th. How about the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe number 14 of Brian B. Yankee, 18th. 19th to the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes entry. That is Joshua Buckley. He'll go 19th. Philly Edwards in the number 73 will go back there into P number 20. 21st here tonight then on the call. That'll be the Number 38 of Brandon Feeney, 22nd to Dustin Gainey. 23rd will go to the Australian Kevin O'Brien, Dan Murphy Jr., and Bob Higgins will round out our SimBox starting lineup here tonight. 100 laps on the docket here as we're racing here tonight. Already here at the Milwaukee Mile, first lap ever for these Arca Menards machines here. They're called the K&N car, they're called the Arca Menards car. Same difference when you really break things down. Don't say that too loud for who's ever listening. They're going to go fact check that one here tonight. Way to put that on the scorecard, Jimmy. Lap 1 out of 100 here tonight will go to the driver of the number 42. Max Terrett will lead us across the line here tonight. Big scrum, though, calling about the top 10 spots back here. There you see the number 24, Zach Mitchell, losing a couple spots because the Classics Hot Sauce number 10 of Tim Blum had to work his way through the field. He has picked up 2 spots already. He's running right there. Actually, he's got the Snickers machine tonight. I bet he put a little Classics Hot Sauce on that Snickers entry. There's Tim Blum. Car number 10, he'll open up the inside lane coming out of turn number 4. Here comes that Mopar, number 17, Tim Combs, the driver out of Ohio, really working the bottom side here to perfection. Combs opened up the door. Well, Blum opened the door, and Tim Combs is going to let himself roll right on through on the bottom side of the speedway, but hold the horses. Hold the phone, because look at him down the back straightaway. A great run that time by the number 10 of Tim Blum. He'll fight back on the outside, and it looks like he should be able to defend that position here. Well, it looked good through 1 and 2 and got a little snug there in 3 and 4. Here comes that 17 fighting back. Dead heat at the line. Give it to either one of your favorite drivers that time. This time, Blum's going to lift a little, fade back a little bit that time. And that will allow that number 17 to take that spot. Now here comes the number 24. That is going to be the DuPont Chevrolet here tonight. That is Zach Mitchell. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? That's the number 11 here tonight. Sean Single, sorry. Sometimes it confuses me which one's driving that car. But hey, he's got the Cartoon Network, a little bit of a throwback. Of course, these cars are the Cup cars from the early 2000s. So a lot of these drivers taking this opportunity here to throw a little bit of a throwback. There you see the Scooby-Doo entry. I believe that was a Robert Presley machine back in the day for NASCAR. Cartoon Network was a big part of NASCAR back in the early 90s and 2000s. One driver that's been a NASCAR fan since then, there's the number 43. That is Joe Shrano. Joe Shrano out of Wisconsin. Not very far down the road. And right now, he's on the march to try to get himself into the top 10. Setting into the 11th spot after just getting around car number 4 of Jeffrey Souza. Souza had some really fast laps in car number 4 here during our practice session, a little bit of a warm-up session. One car up out of the groove right there in the camera shot. That was the number 15. That is Dustin Gainey. Gainey trying to hold off Ryan O'Donnell. Gainey picked up a lot of spots on the early opening laps here. He was up +9 at one point. Now he's just plus... looks like 7 spots. The 15 car is running into the 15th position here tonight. It's got the Dirty Mo radio on the side of that one. That is Tony Strano back there. He was a little bit of a wibble-wobbly out of turn number 2. Was able to hang on to that Victory Junction gang number 3. There's the Grand Amps Walkers and Canes entry. Joshua Buckley, he is right there. Got SimBox riding on the back bumper of this car here tonight. Started back into the 19th spot here after 7 completed laps tonight. He is still running back into that position. One driver off the speedway right now, being scored 4 laps off the race pace, and just coming back out on is Brandon Feeney as your race leader. Is still going to be the Storm from the north. It's the number 42, Max Terriot, leading the way. He'll knock another one down right here. You saw just sweeping by the camera shot right there. That was the 38 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney, of course, is currently being scored. Remember, 4 laps down off the race leader's pace. There's the Liquid Molly entry. Something happened to him on the opening laps. And you saw it in that camera shot. You were able to see your race leader of Max Terriot. There is your race leader. As he is currently, a half a second up on the second place machine of Michael Trevarthen. There's the Fireball man. Sitting in third after 9 completed laps, it's the Slim Jim entry. It's the Fisherman of James Skelton. How about Skelton out there? He's not just a realtor with the Carolina Elite Real Estate Agency. He's also an avid fisherman. James Skelton the other week, last minute decision to head over to the rodeo, a late night rodeo too. Walked away with a couple cool prizes. Maybe a little pocket change that he was able to go to, his favorite place, which is Taco Bell, and then hit the gas station for a couple of those Slim Jims after a cool, calm night of pulling the most fish and the heaviest fish out of the lake. So, hey, congratulations to the Fisherman of James Skelton. Oh, he's out there in South Carolina fishing somewhere if he's not selling a house. Currently, the Fisherman, the captain, he's back there in third. This battle's still brewing. It's that Dodge number 17 and the Chevrolet, the number 24. That is Tim Combs and Zach Mitchell. They've kind of been locked together. One guy gets a better run off one corner, then the next guy fights back and gets a better run. This driver just lost a spot, though. There you see the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry got beat out by the Silver Bullet. That's the Coors Light entry. The mountains aren't blue, so I don't know if the side of that car is called. One driver sideways. It's the Home Depot, number 62. Troutman is wheeling that thing. I don't know if he knows that he's not Tony Stewart. There is a scrape on the right-hand side of that car. This is a mile in distance, this speedway here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile, hence why they call it the Milwaukee Mile. So I don't think the aerodynamics on that number 62 are really going to play a big factor tonight. One driver a little off the pace. That's the Camo Zippo number 941. That's Dan Murphy Jr. He's back here with Kevin O'Brien and Bob Higgins. They keep swapping this one back and forth, battling back here for the 22nd position. Right now Murphy has that Thunderbird sitting up 2 spots right now. Battling all over the speedway because Brian Bianchi is battling with the number 15. And look at Dustin Gainey don't go down. He was using the rumble strips down in turns number 1 and 2. He was able to really hang on to that one. And he actually is going to clear that number 14 right now. So right now the Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe entry is currently up 4 spots from where he was. He was up into that 13th spot, but now drops back. See if he can make that inside lane work for Brian Bianchi. Brian, of course, joining the 505 Motorsports stables this past, call it about a season and a half now at this point that he's been working with Rex Hoyle, a wily veteran on the sim racing platform here with iRacing. And since then, Brian Bianchi's been able to pick up a win in our Tour Modified series on Thursday night here with Red Light Racing. And has really shown the improvement here on our Monday night series for Bianchi as he's been running towards the top half of the field here in the last couple of weeks. Right now, he's just inside the top 15, trying to work his way into a top 10 position. There's still plenty of time. One driver that's not having the night that he would like to have, though, well, that was the 64 of Wells. Wells is well down the running order here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. As there you see the number 64 of Wells. He is back there. He just battled with Joshua Buckley. Wells is back running into the 18th position. Dan Murphy Jr. has pulled the number 941 to pit road here. And the battle that we told you was happening is happening once again. But this time now it's a 3-car battle because that is the number 17 of Tim Combs. Down on the bottom side, the white and blue Dodge Mopar number 17. Well, he's got the Scooby-Doo Cartoon Network number 11 of Shanika Single now sitting right there. See Shanika working to the inside of that DuPont Chevrolet of Zach Mitchell. And as they battle, they also are now going to draw a couple more cars into the battle. Cars behind them are starting to catch them. That's the number 10 of Tim Blum and Rex Hoyle, along with Joe Strano, the top 10 drivers right now. So a really good battle here as you see a crossover attempt by Zach Mitchell. Mitchell really going to get down to the bottom side of the speedway. All these drivers right now. Oh, the 17 was a little loose that time. Had to catch it. So was the 11 out of turn number 4. Both drivers hang on to it. Both drivers will hold their position. Riding on board here with our checkered flag auto supply onboard camera on Tim Combs' number 17. Oh, going to lose a little bit of ground that time down into the corner. Zach Mitchell going to come out looking pretty good. He'll slide up out of turn number 4. He'll take the spot this time by 19 out of 100 laps in the books here tonight. Now Sean Single trying to work the bottom side to perfection. He's got Velma on one side, Shaggy on the other. Nothing's changed out front. Still Max Terriot, Michael Trevarthen, and James Skelton. Tim Blum making the move now. Tim Combs maybe just stuck to the outside too long. Sean Single working the inside out of turn number 4. Mitchell sideways, hanging on to it, really wheeling it. As he was wheeling that number 24. The 11 just kind of catfishing down around the bottom side. Best battle on the speedway right here between these two drivers. Two old school throwback schemes that if you were a late 90s NASCAR fan, you would remember those cars running side by side. I believe that number 10 machine of Tim Blum is an old Ricky Rudd throwback. I believe that was a Ricky Rudd machine back into the day. There comes the Colony Tire and Service Center number 54. Tim Combs now at this point is all the way back to running into the 10th spot. At one point he was as high as running 4th here tonight. Now I believe the tires on that Dodge are just absolutely screaming. And that's something that you can do with these K&N Ark Menard style cars here tonight. The old NASCAR Winston Cup machines, as these have that Generation 7 tire model. The tire model's been out for a very long time, but especially here with this car, it's a little more advanced, and these drivers they don't run this car very often. I believe we've only run it, 2 or 3 times possibly in the last, 3 years of me being here with Red Light Racing. And these drivers just aren't very familiar with it, so maybe a little overheating of the tires for that number 11, or the number 17 there of Combs. There you saw the 4 sneak around, and so did Joe Strano. Strano's now moved himself up inside the top 10. And look at Rex Hoyle, he's going places too. He got around the number 10 of Blum, and he got around Zach Mitchell also. So that'll put Rex Hoyle in his wily veteran status here with this league, up 5 spots and into the 6th position, as Shanika Single has pulled away. Right on board here with Sean Single. See the kind of gap that he's pulled on that 6th, 7th, and 8th place battle back there. Trying to run away and hide now. Exactly what you got to do. As he's having a good battle, here is Troutman. Jason Wells now starting to move forward a little bit since the last time we checked on that Alienware number 64. Wells has gained another 3 spots. Possibly playing a little fuel strategy there. When he came by, that car sounded a little flat. Maybe trying to play the fuel mileage. A lot of these drivers here with Red Light Racing are wily veterans. They know when to push it and when to hold it. So right now, maybe a little bit of a card-playing game here by Wells. Souza working to the inside of the Road Rage Accessories number 43. Joe Strano on the outside now. Combs back there behind him running into the 11th spot. And here's somebody back there that we haven't talked much about. Richard Murdoch just having himself a clean race here. See the Souza media. Jeffrey Souza making the pass. He'll clear the number 43 out of turn 4. They'll go back single file now, but Souza is right back to where he started here tonight. Started at 9th. He is now running back into the 9th spot. There's old Murdoch. Got that Adventuring Pixel 01 tuned up here tonight. Got the old Murdoch flames on it. Murdoch moving up 1 spot since we went racing here tonight. Still a lot of racing left to go. Not quite to the 30-lap marker here tonight. We're estimating pit stops to be around that lap 30 to 40 marker. I don't believe we're going to be able to hit the 50-lap marker here tonight. I believe tires are just going to be too valuable. Right now, we have already fallen off 1 second in the first 28 laps of this race here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. We have not had any caution flags. We have had one driver off the track. Two drivers actually have gone off the track. That was Brandon Feeney and Dan Murphy Jr. Both drivers were able to gather it up and carry on. They did come down to pit road, and they got service, and then they went right back out there. Oh, the number 2 of Trevarthen going to swap spots here. Got himself a little out of shape that time off turn number 2, and car number 2 going to give up that second spot as James Skelton will take it back away from him. So it's Max Tarrant across the line to complete lap number 29. James Skelton, Michael Trevarthen sitting there in third, Chris Hammett and Sean Single. That's how they're currently running. And Josh Buckley is trying to grab a couple tennis balls here as he goes by the Home Depot entry. Of course, the Granny Hips, Walkers, and Canes entry of Joshua Buckley running into the 17th spot as he'll slide in front of that number 62. Now he'll set his sights upon the driver that's out in front of him. That's the Turbo Dork Radical Paints and Ryan O'Donnell. Josh Buckley just the other week getting to go up to the racing school actually and drive their modified around. Something that he really loves to do once a year at least. He at least tries to get there once a year. See him trying to close in on that full throttle racing number 98 of O'Donnell. You hear these drivers really off the throttle a lot in the corners. See if Buckley can work to the inside here on this 98. Ryan O'Donnell going to go right down to the bottom side. Buckley going to slide up just a little bit. Try and diamond off this corner. See if he can get the good run off turn number 4. He'll close a little bit, but I don't think he's going to have the run at the end of the straightaway that he thought he was going to have. That doesn't look like he's going to. But he is able to actually get to the inside as Ryan O'Donnell going to open up the door. Is Josh Buckley going to grab that walker and waltz right into that spot sideways for the Granny Hips? And he does it. The 13 of Buckley now up into the 16th spot. Ryan O'Donnell down 3 spots here tonight. As there is the number 3 of Tony Strano. Strano all over. The number 40, that is Rob Higgins driving. I'm very confused as the cowboy of Rob Higgins is going to pull over. That's not the part I'm confused about. The part I'm confused about is this gentleman right here is one of those Busch Beer fan club drinkers as he's driving a silver bullet machine. So, as we see Higgins, we see also drivers coming to pit road here. Here's the 24 of Zach Mitchell. He'll be the first one to pit road. He will bring down some drivers with him. That'll be Tim Combs, Dustin Gainey, Richard Murdoch, Ryan O'Donnell. So those drivers all making pit stops here on lap number 34. That is going to tell you, well, they're going to have to make at least 2 more pit stops here tonight. Well, possibly even 3 more, depending how the tire fall off really runs here. We've seen a lot of strategy played over the seasons here with red light racing. Some of these drivers may only take 2 tires, so keep that in mind. You can do that here with this machine. As there's your race leader, you see the race gap. There's the leader, there's your second place runner. Max Tarrant 1.2 seconds up here on the rest of the field. There he is. Let's see, does he come to pit road? It's a very tricky entry to pit road here for these drivers. Here comes the number 2. Pit road on a lot of your NASCAR-style tracks are down on the exit of turn 4. This one is about a quarter of the way down the straightaway on the front straightaway. So it can get very tricky if you're not very familiar with the Milwaukee Mile. There is the driver out of North Carolina, the number 54 of Rex Hoyle, the Colony Tire and Service Center. Tuxedos by Ted entry will stop in his pit stall, so he is good to go into his pit stall. They'll get their service done. 4 tires, it looks like, for the 54 Rex Oil. Your race leader still out front. He qualified P number 1. He's still driving out front here on the field. He'll put the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen a lap down. Or will he? We'll see if Trevarthen can get that car up the full song and dance. He is the first car 1 lap down right now. Trevarthen, when he pitted, he was 3rd overall on the scoring charts. We'll see if he can get around and get his lap back the old-fashioned way. One driver down there looking like Batman trying to get back to the race leader. That's the number 6 of Chris Hammond. Hammond, of course, still looking for sponsors, race fans. If you got a company that you want to put on the side of his real-life race car, you can. He still has quarter panels available. Yellow flag on the speedway for the first time here tonight. So the caution coming out. I'm being told the number 14, the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe, number 14, there it is. Brian Bianchi. Something happened to the number 14, and that'll bring the caution flag out. This is really going to jump the field because we were just in the midst of, well, the green flag pit cycle. So some drivers have already come down. Some drivers have stayed out. This will definitely throw a monkey wrench into it. What do you say we take a look back here at our replay? And there you see the 14 of Brian Bianchi. Did he just get back to the gas a little too? So, yep, look at it. You can tell he's the rear end stepped out. The Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe entry. Gonna make some contact with the inside wall. And then he tries to get it pointed back into the right direction. Unfortunately, the caution flag flying. Right on board. Watch the hands. Slight contact, not very hard contact, so that's going to help his cause. But you know who didn't want to see any of those cautions? That was Michael Trevarthen. Drivers are on pit road here. There's the 42. It'll be 4 tires and fuel for your race. Leader of Max Terrell, James Skelton pitted right behind him. Jack's going to drop, and it'll be an easy battle off pit road there. Not much of a real battle, as that will be the number 42 of Max Terrell, James Skelton, Jeffrey Souza, Tim Blum, Joe Strano, Jason Wells, and it'll be the 62 of Troutman and Strano. One car getting the lucky dog, his lap back. That is car number 6 of Chris Hammond. That's because Michael Trevarthen had just unlapped himself from being a lap down. So he got his lap back the old-fashioned way, so he should actually be able to restart as he does stay out here. There's the number 60, or the number 2, actually, excuse me, the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. He should be the driver that will now be on the front row, I believe. Well, it looks like one other driver has yet to come to pit road, and that's Philly Edwards, and actually Edwards will now head to pit road. So Philly Edwards heads to pit road. Sean Single also coming back down. There you see Scooby-Doo. Maybe he's thirsty. Maybe he needs some petrol in that number 11 machine, which is pretty expensive today. I hope they don't waste that. So he'll come to pit road. So it will be the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen taking the top spot. Then it'll be Max Terriot, James Skelton, Jeffrey Souza, Tim Blum. That's your top 5 as we get ready to get the 1-to-go signal just next time by. Race fans, though, we got to thank you for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Of course, bringing you all racing action here on the iRacing.com platform, whether it's dirt or whether it's Daytona. Maybe you're a little IndyCar fan. How about a little F1? We have it all right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for all you race fans. So make sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe button as we bring you racing action 7 days a week here from the iRacing.com platform. We got to thank the Checkered Flag Auto Supply as the sponsor here for Red Light Racing, not only on Monday nights, but also on Thursday nights. Checkered Flag Auto Supply located in Ayer, Massachusetts. The friendly, knowledgeable staff at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, owned by the Higgins family, well, they have every part to keep your car and race car running right. Make sure to check them out in Ayer, Massachusetts at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Oh, they even have the little air fresheners for your race fans if you need those. I know the tow rig can get a little smelly sometime. So as you saw, the cars get waved around the iRacing.com safety car. Well, those cars were technically ahead of the race leader, but got trapped behind the iRacing.com pace car when all the yellow flag pit cycles started to happen. So those cars were technically on the tail end of the lead lap. They were not a lap down, technically, because they were not behind your race leader. So, all those cars get the lucky chance to come all the way back around here. They will get to tag the back of the field. So they will all be running at the tail on the lead lap. iRacing.com safety car does make its way officially to pit road, so we'll go back racing here to be 42 laps in the books here tonight. Great restart there by the 2 of Michael Trevarthen on a little bit older tires. We'll see if he's able to hold it off turn number 2 as the race leader. There's that Fireball machine. He'll squirt out to a little bit of a race lead there, but not much. Here comes the 42 storming back onto the outside. Now to be the dead heat drag race off turn number 4. Here comes that 86. Now the inside lane going to prevail, as it will be Michael Trevarthen holding the race lead here out of turn number 4. It'll be Michael Trevarthen leading back to the green flag here. 1 lap completed after our caution flag. One car trying to make a lot of moves here on the opening lap. That's that Cartoon Network number 11. That is Sean Single. He'll work the bottom side of the speedway. He'll get around Tony Strano. Not quite as Strano was able to fire back down the back straightaway. The momentum on the outside really kept car number 3 right there. That's the number 6 of Chris Hammett. They're going to go 3 wide down to the turn number 1. They're going to put the number 15 to the outside there. That's Dustin Gainey. They're putting the silver bullet of Rob Higgins in the middle. Oh, Cowboy. Now here comes that number 14, Brian Bianchi. He went a lap down. He's trying to get up there and battle to try and get into that lucky dog position. He's got to get the number 15 of Dustin Gainey. So if a caution flag were to fly, he would be the driver that's right there in that catbird seat. He's got to be patient here because he's got the 40 of Rob Higgins in front of him, and Higgins is a lead lap car, so you don't want to go ahead and turn driver, but you got to go. Oh, big moment there. You saw the 24 of Zach Mitchell now swing to the inside here. He'll swing to the inside of Bianchi. Bianchi's just going to hit the hook, throw the parachute out the back. He'll go down to the bottom side and try and be smoother than chicken lips as he rolls the inside of the speedway. As well, not so smooth that time as he used the rear tires as he lit the tires up out of turn number 4. Was sideways. That battle will fizzle down. Race leader, though, he's got somebody knocking on the back door. And that's the 42. Michael Trevarthen has got to run away and hide now if he can. There is a difference of 4 laps on the tires, so 4 green flag laps for Michael Trevarthen on those racing slicks. So we'll see if they do hold up on this long run. Max Terrett was the race leader for the first handful of laps here before we got that first caution flag, and it kind of jumbled up the entire field. And he's just sitting there 2 laps away from the halfway point here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. It's round number 9. Who is going to join the rest of the drivers who have already locked themselves in to the playoffs? Well, who are those drivers that locked themselves in? Max Terrett, of course, has picked up 4 wins this season. He runs second. DJ Anderson has also picked up a win to lock himself in. Sean Butler, Tim Blum, Dustin Gainey. Those are the only drivers that, well, they have at least secured a win to make themselves eligible. Everybody else is trying to race in on points or pick up a win. So, win and you can get in. It's exactly what Michael Trevarthen is thinking here tonight. Michael Trevarthen does sit inside the cut line. He is 8th overall coming in here tonight. When you put the race winners above him, he comes in 8th then. Has a good sized cushion too, because when you look back at things, he has about a 50-point lead over Ryan O'Donnell, who was actually the driver that is on the cut spot coming in tonight. So Michael Trevarthen doing everything he needs to do, which is just have himself a good run here. And what about this man? We talked about him being well behind the 8 ball a little while ago. He was running actually in the 20th spot at one point here tonight, and that is Jason Wells. After the caution flag, Wells was one of those drivers that did not get caught a lap down. He had still yet to make his pit stop, and then he pitted on lap number 39 when the rest of the leaders came to pit road. Now he is inside the top 10, running in the 7th spot with that Alienware number 64. Troutman right behind him. Troutman was outside the top 10 also, but he's one of those lucky drivers that did not get trapped a lap down. And how about Jeffrey Souza? Joe Schirano, both those drivers were sitting right around the 10th spot when the caution flag came out. They didn't pit yet, and now they're running 5th and 6th. So a good night for strategy plays. Somebody that did not get the, get the lucky call. That was Tim Combs, Zach Mitchell, both those drivers who were, battling inside the top 10 for most of the first half of this race. They're now back there in the 13th spot and 15th position. They did take that wave around. Oh, contact there from Gainey. Gainey down to the inside of that number 54. They made contact, and now Gainey's going to try and run away and hide. Gainey back into the 20th spot. Rex Hoyle is running 14th right now, according to our scoring sheet. Battle inside the top 10 here, though. Here is Sean Single. He's heard somebody's got Scooby Snacks out there, so he's trying to work his way a little bit farther inside the top 10. He's going to bring possibly Chris Hammett along. I believe that's an old Mark Martin throwback scheme on car number 6. Of course, Chris Hammett, one of those young kids who is a Mark Martin fan. Call him a young kid because he's a couple of years younger than I am, race fan, so he's still a kid. Zach Mitchell trying to get around Rob Higgins. That's the battle back here for 12th and 13th. Of course, Zach Mitchell out of Minnesota. Farmington, Minnesota, to be exact. Just a couple hours away from this track. Race leaders, your top 3 have started to check out by now, as you see Michael Trevarthen. Oh, caution flag on the speedway. Caution flag on. Not quite sure where the caution came from here. But we will have a caution flag on lap number 56 to bring out the second caution flag of the evening. We'll have to see if our truck has the caution flag. It may be Ryan O'Donnell. What do you say we take a look? Oh, it was actually the 17 of Tim Combs going around. Went for a 360 and hammered back down. Oh, Bianchi getting back to the throttle a little bit faster than the 17 of Combs. Richard Murdoch right there, and boy, he's going to jam on the hooks. So, a 2-car incident there. Going to bring us to our second caution flag of the night, as your race leader will lead us to pit road. Michael Trevarthen was able to lead everybody to pit road here. Everybody on the lead lap is coming to pit road. I do believe it should be Dustin Gainey as your lucky dog. One driver with a 2-tire stop and fuel. That'll be the number 4, Jeffrey Souza, will win the battle off pit road. It'll be Souza, Terriot, Trevarthen, Blum, Strano, Wells, Hammett, and Single, Mitchell, and Troutman. So as all those drivers go ahead and now get themselves back out here, there's the new race leader for the first time here tonight, the Souza Media entry. He will be the driver that will lead us back to green. So a 2-tire stop. We talked about how that is possible here with these machines. Souza, one of those drivers that actually races, well, quite a bit of short track racing. Or at least it's in the bloodline anyway, we should say. Well, for all the Murdoch fans tuning in, there you see Murdoch. He's back there running into the 17th position, down 4 spots from where he started here tonight. He is on the lead lap, so there is always a bonus. As long as you can stay on the lead lap, well, anything is possible. I know it's not Talladega or Daytona, but we have seen some very wild things here on the iRacing.com platform over our years, and things can get crazy in the blink of an eye. The driver that went for the spin cycle, he has made his pit stop. There is Tim Combs. Combs is being scored now in 12th. He picked up a couple spots on pit road. He did come to pit road. 4 tires and fuel for him. One driver that did take those 2 tires, though. We talked about a 2-tire stop possible for a couple drivers. Richard Murdoch is one of those other drivers that took a 2-tire stop. Something that we're not seeing, as I believe pit road penalty. They got him. James Skelton, unfortunately, goes from running in what would have been second. Well, now he's way back here at the tail end of the field. So a heartbreaker. Lights are out on the iRacing.com safety car, but it looks like the 42 of Max Terrell is having to drop to the tail end of the field. So a pit road penalty for two of your fastest drivers here is really going to break open this race. Things now absolutely are going to get crazy. It'll be Trevarthen to the outside. He's had a very fast fireball machine. We've seen Souza make some passes here tonight, but he's going to be on 2 tires. So, as they come back into the restart zone, it'll be 59 laps completed here tonight. Souza, Trevarthen, Strano, and Blum. That's how they line up your top 4. Good start there by the outside. That number 2 machine, as he's able to really hold serve off turn number 2. Dead even down the back straightaway. The 4 of Souza a little bit loose down in turns 1 and 2. Maybe the tire pressure's just not quite up to snuff. The inside lane has been the way to be around turns number 3 and 4 all night long, and it will be car number 4 going to the point. So Souza leads the first lap back to green, but there is that number 2 machine. Here comes Tim Blum. He's going to try the outside, possibly on Trevarthen. Not quite going to do it. Now look who's sitting back there in 4th. Couple pit road penalties, and there's that number 64 of Wells. Big moment there for the number 10 of Tim Blum. Blum was able to really corral the Snickers entry. Maybe he was a little hungry, had to eat a Snickers. Look at Sean Single. He's worked his way back up here nicely. He's now just outside the top 5 as he tries to work over the Road Rage Accessories number 43. There was a little bit of a block there on Zach Mitchell. Mitchell thought he was going to be able to get down to the bottom. Mitchell really getting saved by that last caution flag. First caution flag hurt him. The second one helped him. Single makes the inside work down here in 3 and 4. Tim Blum also trying to work underneath Wells. Wells got that spot by a little bit of a wiggle there out of the 10, and now the 10's fighting back on the inside as they're 3 wide stacked up here, jammed up jelly tight. That's number 24 of Zach Mitchell. He'll go to the inside. Joe Strano was the driver that actually is going to lose 2 spots in the exchange. He lifted before turn 1. Didn't want anything to do with 3 wide down into the turn. Ryan O'Donoghue, he was trending towards the 20th position at one point here tonight. Now he's inside the top 10, so there's definitely a lot of comers and goers. A couple drivers that are still trying to work their way through the field. There is the number 86 of James Skelton. Max Terra also trying to work up through the field. Everybody letting it all hang out, including Scooby-Doo. Scooby going to try to make the pass here. They swap spots, and they're both going to wash up the track. Here comes the Batman entry. Here comes Chris Hammett. Hammett going to pick off Scooby-Doo. Now he's going to set his sight on the Rainbow Warriors entry. Oh! Mitchell going to slam the door. Scooby-Doo goes down below the line. There is no out-of-bounds line here tonight. If you think you can wheel it, take it there. I'd advise not going through the grass. I don't think that's going to work out here. But look at Mitchell. Mitchell is going to make all the contact. Around, going to go to 24. He'll lock him up. Everybody's going to miss him. Caution lights are going to come on the speedway, though. A little bit of a exchange there. I believe maybe Chris Hammett into the quarter panel of that number 24 entry. A lot of hard racing going on up there. So the caution will wave for the 3rd time here tonight on lap number 66. Now you got to start thinking, how many tires do you have left in the pits? We've already seen a couple drivers come down pit road 3 times. I believe we have 4 sets of tires here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile if these drivers were to need them. So interesting play here. Those 2 tires did work for Souza. He was able to hold off and hold on to the race lead. Michael Trevarthen, nope. Nobody's coming in. That must mean we are getting lower and lower on tires. Let's take a look back here, though. See if we can find this caution flag. There you see the contact between the 6 and the 24, and Mitchell just locks it up and holds it locked down. Everybody able to skate on right past. Right there, you saw the crinkle on the door. Max Terrill very lucky to get through there with the 42 entry. It looked like he was going to be right there into the door. Right on board here. Woo! Talk about a close one. So it is still going to be Souza, Trevarthen, Blum, Wells, and Chris Hammett. That is your top 5 here as we work our caution flag. A couple of cars coming down. Looks like Brandon Feeney is going to bring the number 38 to pit road. He is being scored back to the 25th spot. There you see the driver out of Ontario, Canada. Bob Higgins also going to bring down the checkered flag auto supply, number 30 machine. So both those drivers down on pit road here to get service done to their machines. They're respectively running back into the 23rd and 25th position. Biggest mover and shaker here tonight at the dance here at the Milwaukee Mile. There you see the Alienware number 64. That is going to be Jason Wells. Wells has picked up wins in the last handful of seasons here. But right now, he is sitting winless, but he is leading the regular season, best of the rest category of drivers who have not been able to park it into victory lane so far here tonight, or this season. Possibly tonight, with a little good luck on his side, he could park it in victory lane. We'll see. Who you pulling for, race fans? Let's hear it. You see them all out there. Who do you got? Who's got the hot shoe tonight to go to victory lane? Do you think Jeffrey Souza is going to upset the field? Do you think Michael Trevarthen swallowed enough fireball that he's going to breathe fire and go to the front? What do you think about Scooby-Doo right there? Sean Singles had a pretty fast car, but what about the Turbo Dork Radical Paint Century of Ryan O'Donnell? Found a new hobby of photography, and maybe that's going to calm him down. He'll drive to the front here. Maybe the wily veteran of Rex Hoyle. Maybe he'll be able to be the best dressed also and go to victory lane. You never know. Or maybe, just maybe, the Slim Jim entry. James Skelton can work his way back through the field with the number 42 of Max Terrill. Or maybe old Dick Dog, Richard Murdoch, can hammer down and come to the front. You never know. 69 laps will be completed when the iRacing.com safety car leaves the racing surface and the green flag flies back here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. We're racing once again. Souza with another great start on the inside. We'll see if he can clear off turn number 2. Outside's always been good down here in turns 1 and 2. But turn 4 is where you really want to be down to the inside. You see Souza. He's going to protect down to the bottom side. He'll sail her off into 3. Hug that white line, that rumble strip down there. Trying to cross him over, though, that number 2 of Michael Trevarthen trying to get underneath on the exit of turn number 4. Not going to be able to. It'll be Souza leading us back to lap number 1. As he leads that lap, though, check out the battle back here for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and holy cow, the whole field is right there. 3 wide as Wells is to the outside. He'll scrape the wall out of turn number 2. 3 wide. Oh, a little contact there from the 11 and the 64. Ryan O'Donnell going to come out smelling like the rose on the other side of that one. Still jacked up. One driver sideways. One driver spinning it around, locking it down. That'll be the number 14 of Brian B. Yankee, but the whole field passes the officials stay green flag here tonight. Now the battle is on. The chase is on for the race lead. Here comes the number 2. Oh, big block that time by Souza off turn number 2. So Souza holding on to the top spot, but boy, take a look behind him. Look what's back there. You got some Fireball, you got some Snickers. Caution lights on. That battle will have to wait. Looks like the 73 of Philly Edwards and the Genesee Cream Plain number 73 here tonight has gone around along with Bob Higgins, so that'll be Another caution flag here tonight. Our fourth one, actually, of the evening here at Milwaukee. So we're slowed for the fourth time. What happens to Philly Edwards? Oh, looks like Combs going for a spin cycle. As I see Edwards and Higgins both checked up. But it was actually Combs going off the front bumper of the 15 of Gainey. There's the contact. And so Combs has now done 2 360 spins here tonight and got away with no damage. Bob Higgins and Philly Edwards, though, that is a different story. Right on board here with Bob Higgins. Locked it up, and unfortunately, when he locked up the brakes, that car went straight into Philly Edwards, who was trying to, or maybe Bob was just trying to get some of that Genesee Cream Ale. I think that's what that really was all about. Bob wanted some Genesee Cream Ale. And think about this crazy fact, race fans. Last time these drivers were down pit road, that was back on lap number 56. 2 tires for the race leader of Souza, 4 tires for the rest of the brigade up front. The only other driver that tried to take 2 tires was Richard Murdoch, and he actually came to pit road the next caution after that. So, interesting play here by a lot of these drivers. One driver cracking back into the top 10, though. That is going to be the 86 of James Skelton. There you see him, the Slim Jim. He's cracked back into the top 10. So is Max Terrell. There you see the 42. He is sitting into the 10th spot. So those 2 drivers that got those penalties had to go to the back, and still a lot of time. It'll be about 23, 24 laps when we do go back racing here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. Ryan O'Donnell up inside the top 5 now. He's been on the move here. Caution flags have helped him here tonight. Well, we see some Murdoch fans out there. How about racing Jason Griffith Dobbs, Jennings for 6. Tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We got to thank not only Jason and, well, Famous by Morning Motorsports out there tuning in also. The leader of, the captain, the chief out there of the Murdoch fan club is checking in here tonight. So we thank everybody that is out there. It does look like we will get to go back racing with 24 laps still left in this one. So the more racing we can have here tonight, the better for all the race fans that are tuning in. As everybody trying to race to that Culpepper's Bakery and Cafe white flag. We'll be 24 laps away from that here tonight. Souza, Blum on the front row. Then you got Chris Hammond and the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry of Ryan O'Donnell. I bet Ryan's staring at Batman right now going, I wonder how I can use some of my Turbo Dork Radical Paints to paint up a Batman. Well, the green flag's out first, though. Let's finish this one off here tonight. 24 laps. And take a look. Tim Blum really going to go up way high that time and try and diamond it off. And he'll actually come out with the race lead. New race leader down the back straightaway. Got to get back here to the line to go to get that lap counted for that Snickers entry. Doing a good job right now. Blum out of turn number 4. He'll take the race lead. He'll get credited with that lap lead. How about James Skelton? He is going places here tonight. Oh, he'll slide up as that's the 11 of Sean Single right there. Maybe trading a little Scooby Snacks. As that Slim Jim entry is coming to the inside. Max Terrell hung up in traffic a little bit back there. Skelton really going for things. It'll be Blum, Souza, Chris Hammett, Ryan O'Donnell, and James Skelton now into that spot. Sean Single going to cook it down into turn number 1. He'll lose the spot as he opens up the door. Here comes the veteran, Rex Hoyle's just slow like a turtle. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's just down around the bottom side. He's methodical. He is thinking about every move he makes. Also the oldest driver on the tour here tonight, and he's showing these young guns how to just pick them off when they make the mistakes. 62 of Troutman's right there. Right behind him, that would be Max Terrelton. He just picked off the number 43 of Joe Strano. Rob Higgins is back there, and Zach Mitchell trying to work his way back into the battle. Look at the number 13 of Joshua Buckley. A lot of blocking out in front of this battle. That is the 3 of Tony Strano. Strano to the inside here. Tim Combs is back there after 2 spins. He's still out there. Oh, snap loose. Oh, Bianchi. Bianchi this time going to turn it around to the inside. The caution flag is going to fly. That's the 3rd time the 14 has gone for some spins here tonight. So Bianchi, I think he lost the chin spoiler on the 14 also when that car went around. Looks like he's having a little bit of connection issues. Let's take a look back here, though. Watch that 14 entry. Yeah, just snapped loose. Oh, it was the rear cover of that car that came off. Good thing he missed the barrels there on entry to pit road. And then he winds up right there at the Miller Lite side. Maybe it's a Miller time for Brian Bianchi. So Tim Blum now has taken the race lead. He is not going to come to pit road if he doesn't have to. These caution laps, I'm counting it down here, and I actually think these caution laps may put them in a window where they might be able to go the rest of the way. We've had 3 cautions since the last time these drivers have all pitted. We have had drivers come down on the last caution flag, or at least 2 caution flags ago, and that was actually the number 24 of Zach Mitchell, Dustin Gainey, and Richard Murdoch. Michael Trevarthen has been buried back here in traffic now since he came to pit road. That was back on lap number 73. So he came to pit road on 73. So did Wells, so did Strano and Buckley. They're all buried back here into the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th position. Bianchi has taken his car to pit road. It looks like he should be able to get the number 14 back out onto the raceway. Well, let's see if the safety car lights go out here, if we can get some more racing in here tonight. As they stay on, as the iRacing.com pace car lights stay on, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to pay a couple of the bills here tonight. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Checkered Flag All-Supply Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans. There you see the drivers that are going to be on the front row. Well, one of those drivers, the last time he went to victory lane, well, that was back on May the 9th. That is Tim Blum, your race leader, taking a couple seasons off, and now he's here tonight. Try and battle for a race win. Another one here with Red Light Racing. Safety car will make its way down. The field is ready to go. Green flag up, give you 15 more. This time Souza's going to try to do exactly what that 10 did to him on that last restart. And oh, he'll get a little loose. He's fighting. You can see those pink gloves really working in the number 4 of Souza. He comes out with the race lead. He'll clear him down into turn number 4. He'll go to the bottom side, and he'll take the race lead back. But he better start to run away and hide, because James Skelton is looking to get another one. Souza will lead that lap. Tim Blum trying to go to the outside here. Maybe he thinks the outside's the fast way to go. As actually he'll diamond it off. He'll get right to the back bumper of the 4. As though the 4 is going to lose it. He's down to the inside and he's going to spin. Oh, Brandon Feeney out of nowhere. Souza goes from the race lead to spinning down the back straightaway, and Brandon Feeney not having anywhere to go, running into that number 4 machine. That'll be the 6th caution flag of the night. There may have been a little contact there from Tim Blum and the number 4. They were pretty close off turn number 4. Looks like Kevin O'Brien also spinning around in the Sunoco 184, the Hot Wheels entry. Right on board. A little contact there from Tim Blum. Oh, Kevin O'Brien getting a piece of that too. Watch it right here. A small, slight tap. Gonna send that 4 to the grass, and once you're down to the grass with these racing slicks, there's just nowhere that you're really gonna go. Watch the hands here. Ouch. So Souza's actually going to come to pit road. That's going to turn things over. It'll be the number 10 of Tim Blum, Chris Hammett, James Skelton, Sean Single, Ryan O'Donnell, your top 5. Then it'll be Max Jarrett, Rex Hoyle, Zach Mitchell, Ethan Troutman, and Dustin Gainey now winding up inside the top 10. Your race leaders do still have tires left here, but you will not see them come in unless they really have to here tonight. And I believe what they have on is what they will carry on to the finish of this one. We're going to be under 10 laps to go. We do go back racing here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. We still have Bristol to go. If you think this one's wild here tonight at Milwaukee, we still have Bristol next week, the dirt track configuration of Bristol. Then we're going to a sister track like the Milwaukee Mile here with the ARCA cars. We're actually headed to the Worldwide Technology Raceway, better known as Gateway, on June the 20th. Then on the 27th of June, the NASCAR Next Generation cars come back out. We're headed to the Rockingham Speedway. And on July the 11th, after a little bit of a break, we're coming back for the round of 8, and we're taking the NASCAR 1987 Winston Cup machines to the Dover International Speedway before we head to the Music City on July the 18th. That'll be the Nashville Super Speedway with the Gander Outdoor Truck machines, and that is where we will cut the field to 4. And on July 25th, we will head to the championship race at the Auto Club Speedway. We got the old Xfinity cars out here tonight, so scramble it up. That'll be on July the 25th. We're crowning another champion here in season number 13 for the Scrambler Series. course, we got to get there, and that's starting right here at the Milwaukee Mile. Blum and Hammett, Skelton and Single, O'Donnell and Terriel. That's how they're lining up. With the lights off, that means the race control says that is the exact way that they're going to line these cars up here tonight, and they will go at it. 9-lap shootout. Who's going to get it? There's the restart zone. Safety car off. Put 9 on the board, and let's see who will pick up the big W here tonight in Milwaukee. Oh, looks like somebody having some problems towards the back, and nope, Combs is going around again. Caution lights will come on. Right off the jump on that one, didn't look like maybe somebody missed a gear, they didn't come up to speed. Something happened to the 2, and then the 64 into the back of the 17. Combs has had a rough night here. Watch that 2 entry, the middle of your screen, the yellow number 2 with the red flames on it. Oh, looks like possibly the 62 of Troutman lifted a little early. Kind of bottlenecked the field up. Right on board with Wells here. I think he's the one that made the contact with the 17. There you see Combs to his outside. Three wide squeeze play, and nowhere that the 64 of Wells or the 17 of Combs was going to go on that one. Everybody just kind of coming together like a highway merge. And once again, nobody ended up coming to pit road, so that's a good thing. I guess if you're the leaders, nobody getting fresh tires. So as we pace here, we're at the near the conclusion of this race here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. We're going to take a quick step away. We'll be back here with the conclusion of the race here at Milwaukee.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back to the Milwaukee Mile. As you see, the iRacing.com safety car lights are off. That means this time by drop the hammer once again here tonight, as it'll be just a 4-lap shootout. Not overtime. Not yet anyway here from Milwaukee. Still plenty of time to pick this one up, as the iRacing safety car will make its way to the safety of pit road. It'll be Blum and Hammett. Green flag is up, as it will be the 10 of Blum. Oh, look at that 6 machine. He'll sail it way off in the corner, maybe a little too high. Trying to bring her back down, drag race it back down the back straightaway. One car going to really sail it to the inside. That's the 86 of Skelton. Skelton trying to go places here. One driver way out of the groove. That'll be the number 6 of Chris Hammett. Little contact there from Skelton. And the 11 of Single. Single has the inside here. He's going to drive it off. The wrecking towards the mid-pack. Big wreck down here in turn number 1. One car up against the outside retaining wall. I believe that's the 43. That is Joe Strano. Strano looks like his front end has collapsed. There you see the green Forest Resupply entry. And the Road Race Accessories number 43. He'll have to take the tow to pit road. Well, this one's going to take a little bit to dissect. A lot of drivers involved in this one. Looks like they were wrecking on the front straightaway. I believe that was Dustin Gainey. Gainey into the 54 down the front straightaway, banging doors, and Joe Strano nowhere to go with Rob Higgins. See, Gainey looks like his car having some handling issues. Right on board here with Joe Strano. Thought he was going to clear, and not clear involved. This is from Philly Edwards' point of view, a little bit farther back. Look how hard that number 15 goes up into the catch fence. And then the Genesee Cream Ale entry. Going around. So, the caution flag is out. You wanted overtime, race fans? Well, you got some overtime here tonight. This one will take us in to what you call extra innings, overtime, couple extra laps here tonight, because we don't finish under caution flag. This will be green-white checker attempt number 1. We do have 3 if we were to need them. It'll be the same 2 on the front row for this restart. Then it'll be the 86 of Skelton. He has made his way into 3rd. Then it'll be Sean Single, Max Terra, Rhino Donnie, Zach Mitchell has got his way back into the boot scoot and boogie here tonight, along with Troutman, Rob Higgins. He was involved in the wreck, but he's now running 9th. Look at Richard Murdoch. He stayed on the lead lap all night tonight, and now he finds himself, well, he's got damage on the hood of that car, but he'll restart 10th. Brian Bianchi, after going around time and time again like a record player, he's going to restart into the 11th spot. Joshua Buckley's hung in there tonight. He'll restart 12th. Souza's back running into what would be the 13th starting, or the restart spot here tonight for Souza. Combs, he's been around, I think, 3 times. He's in 14th. Kevin O'Brien, Philly Edwards, Bob Higgins, Michael Trevarthen. 18 cars still running out there. 1 car, that's the number 2 machine, I do believe, is a lap down. So Trevarthen is the only one that is 1 lap down. We'll come back, restart, and give it another go. The 98 out the gate out there, pulling for Joshua Buckley. Says he still has a chance back there into the 12th spot. So we'll see if the Granny Hips, Walkers, and Canes entry will be able to go ahead and work his way up through the field now. Green, white, checkered. If we take the white, that is it. Safety car makes a left, and it heads to pit road. Good start on the inside, that outside lane, possibly a little bit of a wheel spin. Chris Hammett going to have to really drive it hard here. Sean Single really trying to drive it off in there, too. They're all going to chase Tim Blum down the back straightaway. Skelton wheels it in there. Here comes the 42 of Max Terrio. Oh, the 6 going to come down. Well, after going the first 50 laps of this race, not having, having one caution flag the rest of this race, we've now had 8 caution flags after the halfway point here tonight. The number 6 of Chris Hammett being the latest victim to go around. Let's check it out. Have to see if our truck can back it up a little bit. See, the 6 comes from the outside to the inside. Gonna get turned around. Souza hard on the binders. Make a little contact. Whew! They come at you fast. Right here where it is all going to go wrong for the 6. Batman going for the spin. Everybody was able to actually avoid the spinning Pfizer Batman entry. Couple close calls, though. There's contact between the 4 and the 14. See Souza halfway up the hood of Bianchi. So some craziness going on here at the end of this one. Trying to page through the running order right now. Tim Blum is scored first. Skelton looks like he should line up in second. Then it'll be Single, Mitchell, Terriel, O'Donnell, Troutman, Higgins, Murdoch, and Souza. Your top 10. Then it's Buckley, Bianchi, Combs, Edwards, O'Brien, Higgins, Hammett, and back onto the lead lap. Big Wiggle. Big Wiggle. There he is. He's been wiggling all night. He's had a fast car. He led some laps in the early stages. Went a lap down, unfortunately. And just has not been able to really rebound here tonight. So now he'll have a chance to at least pick off a couple drivers here. See how many spots he can gain. Lights do go out on the safety car, so we're getting another crack at it. This will be the second green-white checker attempt here tonight. Scheduled distance was 100, but we like all you race fans so much. Why not give you some extra racing laps here tonight on Monday night? Blum and Skelton, it's the first time these two have restarted side-by-side here tonight. You also got to remember that both drivers came down on the same lap. That was lap 56 the last time they came to pit road. Single will restart to the inside row. He also came down on lap 56. Then Zach Mitchell, though. Mitchell in that number 24. He came down on lap number 66. So 56 for the front three. Then it's 66 for Mitchell. Safety car off. Attempt number 2 here at the green-white checker. Come back up through the 4 speeds. Skelton really wails her off there into 1. He's seen the outside at work on these restarts. Looks good off turn number 2 for these drivers. Blum has the advantage now down here into turn number 3. Single there really trying to get it. A couple cars sideways having some issues back there. We stay green for the time being. See if we can get that 1 to go marker. We will get the final lap. Final lap brought to us by our friends at Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe. Tim Blum is out front. Sideways for the 11 and the 42. They're going to stack them up down here in turn number 1, but the white flag has already flown as they'll race this one out here tonight. It'll be Blum down the back straightaway looking to pick up his second win here in 2022. Blum won back at Richmond, and he'll win again here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. Tim Blum, your winner. Then it'll be James Skelton, Zach Mitchell, Ethan Troutman, Rob Higgins, Kevin O'Brien, Chris Hammett, Philly Edwards, Bob Higgins, Brian Bianchi rounding down the top 10. That's your unofficial results here from the Milwaukee Mile. Your winner of Tim Blum for the second time this season. So he'll bring the Snickers machine. I heard everybody is getting a free Snickers courtesy of Tim Blum. We'll see if he holds true on that one. He'll burn them down for you, race fans. Your winner, Tim Blum. We'll take a quick break here from the Milwaukee Mile, and we'll be back with your post-race show with your top 3 finishers right after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the Milwaukee Mile Race fans, as we're back after overtime here at Milwaukee. Y'all wanted a little bit extra racing? Well, you got it here tonight. Let's mix things up, though, as we get ready for our post-race show. How about we start with third place here tonight, because he had an adventurous night, to say the least. How about it? Well, Zach, tell us, how was it? Flat track, a lot of horsepower.
It's a lot of fun, too. But I got an unlucky break and got spun, but used all the cautions to work my way back. It was really hard to pass, but all in all, it was a good night.
That caution coming out in the first half of this race, untimely for you guys, as it trapped you guys well behind the 8-ball. How thankful were you for the caution flags here tonight to get you back into the position that would give you the opportunity to race for the win?
Very. I tried to short pit it. I was going to try to maybe stretch it out, maybe save some gas, and maybe try to make it on one stop, but that didn't work, so I was going to short pit everybody, and then, of course, my luck, the caution comes out in the middle of the cycle, so. But then I had a spin, but cautions really help. Got me back into it, which I will always appreciate.
Well, tonight you appreciate the cautions as they came out often in the second half of this race, but those cautions also gave you that opportunity to go for the big win here. Did you think you had anything left at the end to possibly pick up a W tonight?
Yeah, I thought I did. I was on fresher tires than most everybody else. I pitted on like lap 60, so I feel like I had 20 lap fresher tires than everybody, but tires really didn't make a big difference like I thought they were gonna, as I learned last night in the practice race as well. So, and just with being so hard to get any runs or any passes made, just trying to, almost had to just hope for wrecks like I did. Maybe one more caution and the leaders would have wrecked, maybe I would have won.
Well, whatever at the end of the night, though, it's going to look great in the points column as you finish third here tonight. One race left here. Do you think you can get a win to lock yourself in?
On dirt, probably not. So it'll be all for points. I did a little bit of testing this last week, and let's just say I haven't finished 5 laps consecutively.
So a fish out of water, says Zach Mitchell. Before we let you go, though, who's on the side of the 24?
I can't thank my family enough. I actually got some people actually watching now. Some race fans that really like NASCAR, and I never thought to send them the link. So now there should be some more viewers watching from around the home state here, and can't thank you enough to put the broadcast on for us to watch, and can't thank the guys at Red Light Racing and James and all the admins enough to putting on a good league for us to run.
He rallies back here tonight. That's Zach Mitchell, driver of the number 24. He'll finish P number 3 here. And talking about a guy that had to rally, hey, Cotton Eye Joe, how'd you get the penalty, and how'd you work your way back through the field?
Well, I guess I got the penalty for unsafe pit entrance. I guess I kind of was faking out like I was going, not going, and then we all did it in the practice race last night. Nobody got penalized for it, and then I got hammered for it. I don't know what happened to Max. It's the same thing, so that was unfortunate because I think Max probably had the best car. I think myself or Trevarthen probably had the second best, but it was fun working our way through the traffic. Just too many cautions at the end, but it was a lot of fun.
A lot of cautions here. Did that really slow the advances here at the second half of this race for this 86?
I don't know. I ended up getting second. I got lucky on all the restarts, but the last one I had the bottom every time, and I just felt myself compared to most of the field as I could roll 3 and 4 really, really well on the bottom. And once I did not clear Tim on that last restart, I had nothing for him. I was just too tight.
Too tight, but you walk away with a great finish here. You still haven't found victory lane this season yet.
Yeah, I suck, Roger.
Well, I'm not going to be the one to say that after you set the world on fire just a couple seasons ago, but the question that's on everybody's mind is next week.
Yeah, I have no earthly idea of what to expect. I really enjoyed it when we did about a year, 2 years ago, we did like a little all-star or little deal, and I won that race, and I was really good once the track, came really, really slick. I was able to roll the bottom really, really well. I just don't know what to expect. 50 laps with the whole field out there. I just think it just might be mayhem. So who knows?
So what you're saying is bring the popcorn and the soda pop, race fans. You're going to need it next week. Before we let you go, James, who do you got to thank for winning that big fishing rodeo the other week?
Oh yeah, for the fishing deal, that was my biggest tournament I ever won. We had close to 80 boats fishing against the best people around where I live, and finally won a really, really big tournament. So I got to thank my other teammate, James Fender. We were fishing together, so that was a lot of fun. But for tonight, thank you, Roger, for always putting on the broadcast. Josh, for everything he does, especially with this Bristol dirt. He's really organizing, and I think he has it down. Richard, for everything he does. All the guys that came out, we've had a really, really good season with just clean racing. This was our first one, and quite a few times where we just, I think, had a little too many cautions. I want to thank my teammates. Tim on an awesome win tonight. Ryan had a great finish, got caught up in a wreck, and then Richard had some trouble, and all the viewers and sponsorships, we couldn't do without him. So thank you.
There you hear it, James Skelton. He's probably going to go unload the boat now and go fishing. He will finish second here tonight. Started second, finishes second. Solid night all around with a little detours in between. But the man, that's on fire. No, I'm just kidding. It just flames on the side of his car. How about it, Snickers boy? You're able to pick up the second win this season here for the number 10 after your return.
Yeah, we always sport the flames at Full Throttle Racing, and this was a throwback to Ricky Rudd in 2008, I believe, 2007. So I had to run it.
Well, at least we got one right here tonight on the throwback paint scheme. A lot of these drivers pulling out throwbacks out there kind of confuses maybe a couple of the viewers, but you've got the flame consistency going on. But hey, walk us through what was going on inside of the driver cockpit here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile that we've never been to with these machines.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the guy who doesn't know his way to victory lane here. I didn't practice. Didn't really qualify that well or practice that well, and the brakes just fell all my way today. Max had a weird glitch, and James had a penalty, and
a lot of luck goes your way, that's for sure. Walk us through those restarts. A lot of cautions towards the end of this one. You really had to restart. You had the restart of, I'm going to call it your career on the outside there. You were battling with, I believe that was Souza as one point, and you were able to clear him, and then back and forth you guys went, but then the restarts in overtime came. How nerve-wracking is it to restart in overtime?
yeah, sorry, I think I'm having some mic problems in the helmet here, but yeah, the restarts worked to my advantage, and I was on the inside, and apparently that's the place to be. I do have to give Souza a shout out. I'm watching it back, and coming out of 2 there, I was really, really aggressive. I didn't know, and actually there were guys talking in the chat about how these cars don't line up at all and how you shouldn't bump, and I had a really good run on him, and I was actually going to go high because I thought he would want to be low going into 3, and it just made a little contact, and these things are unforgiving, so really took him out of a good chance, and he's running real good lately, and he always is really strategic in how he gets up to the front, and so to take him out like that, I do feel bad.
Well, rubbing is racing is what they told me, and rubbing's racing, and so is dirt. What do you think? What's your thoughts?
Well, I lucked out tonight. Maybe I can do the same thing. The guys who were winning dirt races in the Cup Series had no background in dirt, so maybe I can be the same guy.
Well, we look forward to possibly seeing that next week. Before we let you go, though, the red carpet rolls out for the second time this season. Microphone is yours.
Yeah, appreciate it. All thanks to Turn 3. I got my dad watching, hopefully tonight, and shout out to him, my old crew chief there. So it can't happen without these streams. So appreciate you and all the guys at Red Light. It's fun to race all the time.
There you hear it from your winner tonight. He'll pick up 6 spots to wind up on the top spot. That's Tim Blum. Carrying those flames to victory lane. The old Ricky Rudd throwback right there on the side of that. So Tim Blum picks up the big W here tonight, while running in second, that'll be James Skelton, Zach Mitchell. You heard from those 3. How about Ethan Troutman picking up 13 spots. He'll finish in 4th. Rob Higgins winds up in a wreck, and the mountains were definitely not blue on that Coors Light entry here tonight. He'll finish 5th, but Kevin O'Brien Look at him sneaking in the 6th position, picking up the most spots here tonight. The 184 from Australia, Kevin O'Brien, finishing 6th. Chris Hammett back there in 7th. He'll rally back for a top 10 finish. Philly Edwards finishing in 8th. Then it'll be Bob Higgins for his first top 10 of the season. Congratulations to Bob, finishing in 9th. And it'll be Brian Bianchi rallying back. He'll finish in the 10th position. So Milwaukee's in the books as Blum picks up his 2nd win. But Bristol Dirt is coming next week for these drivers to bring out the old Gander Outdoor truckers. Tailgaters, well, they'll see what they can do at Dirt. 2 races, 50 laps apiece. Each driver will get a chance to battle for the playoffs. But that's going to wrap things up here from the Milwaukee Mile. Everybody from the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, Red Light Racing, and all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. My name is Roger Muth, and until we see you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.